Hi, everybody. I'm Pratibha Agarwal. I'm an immigration attorney. I'm based right outside of Washington, D.C. in Arlington, Virginia. Our clients, however, are all throughout the United States, and that's because immigration is considered a federal practice. So that means we can represent clients no matter where they're located, as long as you're in good standing in one particular jurisdiction. Gosh, I'm using like these big words. And in one particular state, you can represent clients anywhere in the U.S. So I practice in Maryland and D.C., but our office is actually located outside of D.C. in Arlington, Virginia, and our clients are all throughout the United States, and some of them are international also. Today, I wanted to just hop on here for a little bit. Sorry, I see that I'm a little bit. I'm streaming on both TikTok and on Facebook. So if you lose me on one platform, feel free to jump on the other one. We are at Agarwal Immigration. So that's Agarwal with one G, in both platforms, both TikTok and Facebook. All right, so I just wanted to give you an opportunity to kind of ask your immigration questions, and I wanted to kind of talk about the questions that come up often in our practice, that come up often among our clients, and I wanted to answer some of them for you as well. But if you want to type in your question, feel free to go ahead and do that, and I'd be happy to answer them for you. We practice literally all types of immigration. So we have clients that are sponsoring family for different types of things. We have employers that are sponsoring people for employment-based visas and green cards. We also do some humanitarian work as well for victims of abuse, especially people that are married to U.S. citizens or green card holders and are victims of abuse, and their spouse is not helping them sponsor their green card. So we handle these types of cases pretty often. So if you have questions on any of these areas, I'd be happy to answer them for you. Hi, Nisha. Hi, Deep. Hi, Dinesh. Hi, Faisal. So I'm going to start off with a question that comes up often in my practice. Sorry, Deep typed in a question. Deep says, I have an I-360 approved, but an I-485 denied, not to appear for the interview. Why? Well, there's many reasons your I-485 could have been denied. For example, let's say, I don't know if this is the case, right? But I-360 means, yes, you're a victim of abuse. And that's actually still pretty good news, Deep, because that means that you can live here in the U.S. forever. And you can get a work permit based on that forever. So that's really great benefit for some people. So for those that are listening, if you're married to a U.S. citizen or a green card holder, or if you have a child who is 21 or over and a U.S. citizen, even if you entered illegally, you could potentially apply for this I-360, which is really, you're trying to get a green card. But the worst case scenario, if you have a valid application, of course, is that you get what's called deferred action, which means that you have permission to live here in the U.S. forever, and you have a work permit based on that forever as well. So it's a pretty good option for people that may have entered illegally, that are out of status, or they might not financially qualify for the traditional green card method. That is still a pretty good option. So if you or someone you know is married to a U.S. citizen or green card holder, even if they entered illegally, even if their spouse won't sponsor them, even if maybe financially they might not qualify for the traditional green card, they can still apply for immigration benefits. Okay, and many people, they actually do qualify for that traditional green card. So what I'm thinking here, or another reason your I-485 could get denied, right? So I-485 is the adjustment application, which means you're in the U.S. and you're applying for a green card. So you first do the I-360. And many times it's based on marriage problems, like your spouse is not, your spouse won't help you. You are a victim of abuse, you maybe had an illegal entry, right? So you do the I-360. Usually you can apply for them at the same time. Another reason the I-485 might have been denied is, let's say you were in immigration court, and that means that the court has jurisdiction and not USCIS. This is all a little bit complicated about, people that get put into proceedings. let's say you entered illegally and you were caught and you might have been put in proceedings, right? So that means that USCIS can't make a decision on your green card, but they made a decision on that I-360, the self-petition. They could make a decision on that, but they're technically not allowed to make a decision on the actual green card. So for you, that maybe that happened. Maybe you were in proceedings, and so the immigration court had jurisdiction. There's different ways to handle that, right? So for us, sometimes we reopen the case, terminate proceedings in immigration court, and then move forward with USCIS to get that green card approved. Other times we can adjudicate, meaning bring that green card application to the court and adjudicate it, meaning have a hearing in court for that green card benefit. So there's different ways to handle that. So you may still be able to get a green card, but I'm assuming if you have the I-360 approved, that's good news. Congratulations. That means you can live in the US forever. That means you can have a work permit forever. It would be great to get that green card because that means you can travel in and out and you can get citizenship as well. So if there's a way for you to get that green card, call us. Maybe we can explore that and see how our firm can help you. We're at 703-348-1663. Hi, Unruly. Oh, sorry, Deep. I think I see you typing here, and I didn't catch that before I responded. Okay. Hi, Nisha. Hi, Dunkat. Hi, Rajdeep. Hi, Mandy. Deep says, what can I do next? Call our office. I don't exactly know. Oh, it's because you didn't appear for the interview. Oh, you need to appear for the interview. That's part of the process. You have to appear for the interview, right? So you are going to have to reapply. So if you have the I-360 approved, you can reapply now for the I-485. But yeah, you should have gone to the interview. If there was a good reason that you didn't go to the interview, maybe we can get it recalendared. But call our office. We're at 703-348-1663. Oh, you didn't get the interview letter. Deep says he didn't get the interview letter. We can reopen the case and see how that goes. But I would suggest you need a lawyer really for this, Deep, just to make sure that you can get that green card, because clearly you seem like you are eligible, right? Worst case scenario, you reapply. But if you can salvage this, we can try to do that as well. Okay, we're at 703-348-1663. Hi, Hanel. So that brings us to, a similar thing. I don't know if Deep, you were in this situation, but for people, Deep, sorry, I'm getting a couple of messages at the same time as I'm talking. Deep says, where are you located? We're located right outside of Washington, D.C. in Arlington, Virginia. Our clients are everywhere, though, so it doesn't matter if you're not local. We can still help you. If you would like us to help you, we can still help you. And we're doing our meetings. For example, our consultations are by Zoom, so it's going to kind of look like this, you and me, you guys and me talking, but obviously it'll be one-on-one. It would be privileged and confidential. So we would go through what has happened in your case, your entries, exits, any potential issues, and also go through your options and lay out kind of what the process is, what's involved. So if you think we can help you, call me. Again, my phone number is 703-348-1663. And in terms of representation, again, we can represent clients that are located anywhere in the U.S. In terms of coming, we would even come with you to the interview. So you would have legal representation at the interview, and that's kind of how our firm works. And that's the service that we offer, especially for these types of cases that Deep is talking about, the VAWA green card. So call us, and we would, no matter where you're located, we will provide legal representation at the interview. Okay. My phone number is 703-348-1663. Deep, I'm glad I was helpful. He says, thank you. You were very helpful. Hanel says, my name is Hanel. Hi, Hanel. I have filed already with another lawyer. If I want to change, I can do that. Yeah, you can always change your attorney if you feel more comfortable. Remember, guys, immigration is a long process for most cases, especially when you're applying for a green card. It's a long process. So the green card type that we're talking about, that we've been talking about, that Deep has applied for example, it takes between 2 to 2.5 years, right? So during that time, it takes a couple of weeks to get the application together and file it. But during that time, you have a lot of, you need to be comfortable with that attorney, because this process is long. So you need to be able to be comfortable with the law firm. You need to be able to be comfortable with the team that is working on your case. You want to be able to contact them and ask questions. You want to feel good because a lot of times this stuff, it's expensive, right? It's expensive. And, this is your life. So you have to be comfortable with the lawyer that you hire. So if you need to change attorneys, feel free to change attorneys. If you are happy with your attorney, obviously there are benefits to working with an attorney that's already filed your case. But if they're not responding to your calls, or if you feel like you can't reach them, you may consider, moving to a different lawyer. But certainly any lawyer can jump in at any point you want them to. If we can help you, call us. We're at 703-348-1663. Rajdeep asked again. Sorry, did you ask me where I was located? We're located right outside of Washington, D.C. in Arlington, Virginia. Again, the immigration is a federal practice, so we can practice anywhere in the United States. There's no real limit on who we can represent. It's anywhere in the United States. We actually even have clients internationally in different countries also. So we can, as long as we're barred and licensed, and we practice only U.S. immigration law. So as long as we're doing that, we can help you no matter where you are located. Okay. So I'm going to start talking about people like Deep, who we just chatted with, or who just put a question on the chat, I should say, a second ago, that files an I-360 self-petition. So this is a case that we work on pretty often. And sometimes our clients come to us and ask us things like, I had an illegal entry, so I entered illegally. What can I do? I would like to have a green card. And many times, we have to go through the different ways that might be possible, right? And sometimes it's not possible, but there are many different ways to obtain a green card, even if you had an illegal entry. So I would say, to know your options, you should certainly contact an immigration lawyer. If you want to talk to us, we can schedule a consultation for you and go through kind of the circumstances of your entry and what happened. And we can walk through your options. Okay, we're at 703-348-1663. But many of our clients have had an illegal entry and they want to get a green card, and they've been told by other lawyers that they will have to leave the United States to process that green card fully. All right, and these are people that came in illegally, but they are now married to a U.S. citizen, or they're now married to a green card holder, and they've been told by other lawyers that your spouse can sponsor you, but you need to leave the United States to process a green card. You need to have a waiver, and part of this application involves you going outside the United States to get a green card. Yes, that is one way. I agree there. That is certainly one way to get a green card if you entered illegally and you're married to a U.S. citizen or a green card holder. However, we've been using a different self-petition method where even if you entered illegally and you're married now to a U.S. citizen or a green card holder, you may qualify to process that full green card right here in the United States. You'd have a work permit in 6 to 8 months. You would have a green card in 2 to 2.5 years. So it is a huge benefit, especially during coronavirus, right? Where you don't know if the embassy is open, you don't know if it's open now, and then it might close by the time you want to process that waiver. So it can be complicated, especially with COVID-19, because you do not want to leave this country to process your green card if you can be eligible to process it right here in the United States. So if you're married to a U.S. citizen or a green card holder, even if you had an illegal entry, you may qualify to process that green card right here in the U.S. You would receive a work permit in 6 to 8 months. You would receive a green card in 2 to 2.5 years. Give us a call if we can help you. If you or someone you know is in this situation, we can certainly have a consultation and see if you are eligible to process that green card without having to leave the U.S. We are at 703-348-1663. Obviously, it's Saturday. I hope you guys had a good Saturday. But if you want to call and leave a voicemail or just give us a call, we will return any missed calls and voicemails on Monday. We are open on Monday if you would like to schedule a consultation. I know it's President's Day, so maybe this is the time for many of you to have a consultation. We are open and we can certainly schedule them, and we can do it by phone or by Zoom based on your preference. So call us if we can get you on our calendar. We're at 703-348-1663. Mohit, hi Mohit, let's see. Hi Debisa. Mohit says, oh, hi Murali. Mohit says, what about if someone overstayed their visa without marriage? So there may be ways, right? So there may be ways for you to qualify. So for example, if you're afraid of returning to your home country based on something, right? Based on your religion, right? Maybe you're being persecuted because of your religion. Maybe you're being persecuted because we talked to someone the other day. This is an example. Maybe you're being persecuted because, let's say, your parent incurred a number of debts, right? And they passed away. This was someone that contacted us recently. They essentially were the eldest son of in their family, and their dad had incurred a lot of debt, and the dad passed away. And so a lot of people were coming after this person because they wanted the eldest son to repay these debts. Okay, and this person was very, very afraid to return. They were afraid they would be killed if they returned to their home country, right? And they had come to the U.S. on a tourist visa. Their father passed away while they were here in the U.S. on the tourist visa, and now they were afraid to return because of the threats that they were receiving, the threats that the family is receiving currently back home. So this person clearly qualifies for asylum, right? If you're afraid to return to your home country based on being a member, the legal term is being a member of a particular social group. And this person is just being a member of their own family is the reason why they would be persecuted if they returned to their home country. So if you're afraid for your life, that's one way. But there are other ways. That's just one example. There are other ways. So to see if you're eligible, let's say you entered with a visa and you overstayed and you're not married, there may be another way, just based on your experience, based on your specific circumstance, where we can help you. So call us. We're at 703-348-1663. Hi, Avi. Sarab says, how many questions for the citizenship? Please tell me. The rules recently changed. So if you filed before sometime December 2020, you had 100 questions, where you would get 10 out of the 100 questions that you could study from, and you had to get 6 correct. Now, I think you have 120 questions. Don't quote me on this. I can't remember off the top of my head. I know they increased the number of questions. It's on the USCIS website. Go and look it up. It says N400 Citizenship Civics Exam questions. I believe it's 120 questions now that they could choose from, and you have 20 questions, and you have to get 12 correct, okay, to pass. So essentially it's 120 questions, but you basically have to, you have more questions that you have to answer, and you have more that you have to get correct. But if you filed before December 2020, you could still qualify under the old civics exam, which is only 100 questions for naturalization, okay? Hannah is saying, if I filed on a robbery, how long is it going to take to get fingerprints? It takes about 5 months in our cases to receive an appointment for fingerprinting. Morley says, is there any updated judgment regarding pending asylum cases, please? No, I just know that they are taking a long time to get an interview scheduled. I don't have a particular update. If you filed after 2018, you're likely to have a faster interview time than people that filed before 2018. Okay? All right. I think those are all the questions I have today. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you tomorrow. All right, everybody, have a nice Saturday. I hope you get to relax and rest, and I will see you soon. Bye, everyone. Bye, Hanel. Bye, Princess. A real princess. Bye.